MMA Inside the Cage, brought to you by Advanced Sports Labs. Expedite your blood work today at advancedsportslabs.com.
Welcome to MMA Inside the Cage, bringing the world of mixed martial arts straight to you. I'm your host, Cyrus Fees, and next to me, Johnson City, Tennessee's favorite son, Mr. Casey Oxton.
Well, you know, Cyrus, my hometown is very small, but there have been some big, famous names come out of there. You know, guys like Kenny Chesney, Steve Spurrier.
That's real big.
You know, those names all ring a bell. But you know what? This right here has been ringing bells since day one.
True, no doubt about that. Tonight we unleash 3 more fights for you, and we also preview a sick card from the Tri-Cities. It's called the Clash of the Titans 1.0, and it's going to be a throwdown at the Holiday Inn in Johnson City on Saturday, October 8th. And we're going to bring in the promoter, Landon Breeding, and one of the fighters, Blackamania, Michael Johnson, into the studio next round. Casey, you've seen the card, a lot of big fighters, a lot of fireworks that are going to go down on October 8th. What gets you more excited, you know, about bringing a fight back to Johnson City?
Well, man, like you said, it's been almost a year since we've had a fight in Johnson City. And, of course, Landon Breeding, one of the top promoters in all of Tri-Cities history, is coming back and bringing it. And then you're going to have a few Team Oxendine guys, you know, John Hernholm, and, of course, Blackamania is running wild.
No doubt about it, man. It's all part of a huge month of MMA fights here in this region. October 1st, you got Black Eye Promotions doing their Brawl for Breast Cancer. It's an all-female card featuring the appearance of the recently cut Marloes Conan, a former champion in Asheville, North Carolina. Then you get October 15th, you got a pro card coming up. That's going to be X Series Undisputed in Bristol, Tennessee. And then you got Cage Brawl at the end of the month, so that's going to be interesting. You know, just a great month for MMA fans, Casey.
Exactly, man. You know, it's something about October. We call it Oktoberfest. It's gone crazy. You know, this show, and then, of course, X Series, you know, with a lot of big fights, you know, Tyler Minton and so forth. So we're excited.
Yeah, man, very exciting. Now, we're going to break down this monster card for the Clash of the Titans 1.0 after the break. But first, here it is. It's your MMA Inside the Cage Punch of the Week.
All right, here we go, gentlemen. You ready? You ready? Let's get it.
Bell and round 1, the 2-touch gloves. Taisimov with the red tape. Bacalhau with the blue. Referee is Big John McCarthy, and immediately Taisimov. Speaking of kicks.
That's a wicked kick. Holy cow. That's the type of kick that hits you and you go, okay, now I'm in a real fight.
And another one, but this time Bacalhau catches it, puts Taisimov on his back now in the open guard.
Good timing, had enough of the kicks, time to go to the ground.
3 of Bacalhau's 6 wins have come via submission, comfortable on the ground. Very active, those. Taisimov off his back, looking for the up kick. Now it's Bacalhau almost having Taisimov's back.
Good scrambles, these kids are good athletes. Yeah, both guys crossing the arms across in front of the legs to shut down the knees.
Takedown by Taisimov, sprawls, looking for the guillotine. No, wants to swivel, maybe take Bacalhau's back, but a nice scramble that gets both of them back on their feet. So a great start to this tilt between Bacalhau and Taisimov.
Very good counters by Bacalhau, staying on his feet there. Taisimov, you can tell he's a very technical wrestler, but Bacalhau's getting out of the way of stuff and maneuvering his hips very well.
Straight right hand by Taisimov. Bacalhau comes back with a shot to the body. Oh, the straight right jack to jaw, Bacalhau. Taisimov, Bacalhau is right, and it's over. Wow, one straight right hand, the missile from Vienna, Austria. Meyerbeck Taisimov comes over and says, was that okay? That was more than okay. Wow.
As a professional fighter, there's a lot of things that I need to be concerned about. I need to be concerned about my opponent. I need to worry about my fans. I don't want to have to be concerned about my blood work. That's why I go to Advanced Sports Labs and I get my blood work done in an affordable manner. They get it done fast. They send it to the commission, they send it to the promoter, and they send it to me, so I have peace of mind knowing that everything's done properly.
As a promoter, they've taken away the headache of trying to get the blood work and get the results to the state. They have streamlined the process, and they do it at a great affordable rate for the fighter and for the promotion.
Expedite your blood work today at advancedsportslabs.com.
Welcome back to MMA Inside the Cage. Cyrus Fees alongside Mr. Casey Oxendine, and tonight we're talking all about the Clash of the Titans 1.0, which is going down Saturday, October 8th at the Holiday Inn in Johnson City. The 2 men next to me have the promoter, Mr. Landon Breeding, and Blackamania himself, Now, Black, no more Michael Johnson, no more Michael Black Johnson, just Blackamania.
Blackamania.
That's what's going on. You're branding that, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm taking it wrong.
I mean, what do you guys think about the new studio, man? We got the new studio here, kind of futuristic, kind of got
I
a
love
cool
it, guys.
feel.
I really do.
You
Looks
dig?
great. Yeah.
Well, you know, we're just trying to keep up with you guys. You know, we're making strides, and we're talking about this big-time card, Casey, the Clash of the Titans. How cool is it? You talked about it before. Both of you guys were in it together on that last one in Johnson City, Pro 1 Trinity. Now, how cool is it to be right back in Johnson City?
Man, it's great to see Landon still out there doing what he's doing, man, because, you know, we worked together on 3 events. He's a fantastic promoter. Unfortunately, man, you know, the tolls of MMA inside the cage and Team Oxendine have, you know, have
taken you out of the game.
Yeah, they've covered me up, but like I said, I'm happy to see Landon's doing his thing because he's good at what he does.
Now, you guys were a good team, man. Landon, talk about getting back into the MMA game, because I thought you were done with that, and here you are once again putting on another fight.
Well, I thought I was done too. Just politics and finances and everything.
Politics?
Crazy. Yeah, just
Are you sure?
I'm very sure. I talked to Casey about it, and we just did the show in Virginia. It kind of gave me the juices got flowing again. It was just great. The fights were great, and it just made me want to jump back into it. And Casey's just so busy, and we want to do a small, intimate show just for Johnson City to put guys like Black and other guys, local fighters, give them more of a stage to perform on.
No doubt about that. Now, Black, what's going on, man? You were getting back in the cage, and we're so excited to see you get back in there and fight again. You're going to be fighting in your hometown. Everybody around you, now you've been in places that are kind of close to the hometown, but now you're right back in the hometown in Johnson City. How's that feel?
Feels real good. I mean, that's my first place where I won at, so I'm just going to keep on doing it.
No doubt about it, man. I know you're going to have a ton of fans out there. I'm going to see a lot of Blackamania shirts out there in the crowd.
Of course.
Anybody can get those Blackamania shirts, right?
Anybody.
Oh, man. And you're doing the small venue. You're doing the Holiday Inn in Johnson City. Now, Casey, I'll go to you on this one because you've done big venues and small venues. And you even did the Holiday Inn up at Exit 7 in Bristol. And you filled that thing out, man. What's the difference between doing that big monster venue like Freedom Hall and then going to a small, intimate show like the one that's going on here with the Clash of the Titans?
Well, you know, it's not a small show. You know, like you said, it's intimate. It's very up close and very personal. You know, you see the blood, sweat, and the tears right
Sometimes
there
you
before
catch them on your apparel.
Sometimes. Which, you know, I'll be sporting my Blackamania t-shirt.
That's what I'm talking about. I just hope I don't get no blood on the shirt. You know, these things get expensive. But anyways, we're looking forward to the fight. We're going to talk more about it after the break. But right now, let's get to our second fight of the night right here on MMA Inside the Cage.
Pirmasis raundas. Palaikom bojíme skovajte se má.
Молодец, бегок, я тебе бегу. Из Галине, из карту, из Галине, пьесу. Уверенно, суму. Эй! Давай, Эдди, Коя, помоги, Коя. Egi, bandyk atsistum, bandyk atsistum. Молодец, Эги! Эги, минуты дай.
Kovotojai prašome prie ringo referį. Gerbiamoji publika, pergalę šioje kovoje iškovojo Egidijus Valavičius, Lietuva! Egidijus Valavičius, Lietuva. Gerbiami žiūrovai, norime priminti, kad šį vakarą Vilniaus naktiniame klube Pača visų laukiame Olele Pati Maestro vakarėlėje. Tie, kurie planuojate likti Vilniuje, kviečiame užsukti į Vilniaus naktinį klubą Pača.
As a professional fighter, there's a lot of things that I need to be concerned about. I need to be concerned about my opponent. I need to worry about my fans. I don't want to have to be concerned about my blood work. That's why I go to Advanced Sports Labs and I get my blood work done in an affordable manner. They get it done fast. They send it to the commission, they send it to the promoter, and they send it to me, so I have peace of mind knowing that everything's done properly.
As a promoter, they've taken away the headache of trying to get the blood work and get the results to the state. They have streamlined the process, and they do it at a great affordable rate for the fighter and for the promotion.
Expedite your blood work today at AdvancedSportsLabs.com.
Welcome back to MMA Inside the Cage. Third round action. Cyrus Speaks, Casey Ox tonight, Landon Breeding, and Blackamania himself. We're talking about the Clash of the Titans 1.0, the big card on Saturday, October 8th at the Johnson City Holiday Inn. I cannot wait for this fight. Now let's talk about some of the fighters that are on the card, man. You got Blackamania, of course. Dustin Long's going to be in the building. That'll be fantastic. You got the best friends fighting together. You got to like that. Now, who else is going to be on this card that people can get excited about?
The one I'm really excited about seeing is Caleb Cup. Caleb's not been in action for about 2.5 years, and Caleb is a great guy and a good fighter, and I'm looking forward to seeing him back in the cage. I'm looking forward to seeing
John Hernholm's going to be
John Hernholm, definitely. Him and Marlon Smith are going to battle, and that's probably going to be your main event fight as of right now. I'm still weighing a few options, but that's definitely a high impacting type fight.
No doubt about it, man. A lot of big fighters, a lot of big local guys that everybody loves, and that's what it's all about, man. Letting everybody see these guys in such a cool setting. Casey, you got some fighters that are going to be on this card. Talk about your fighters handling their business at the Clash of the Titans.
Well, of course, right here is one of them, Blackamania. He's going to be doing it, and I'll be happy to see him back in there doing what he does.
What's Black need to do, man, to get a little bit better with his fighting, to get his ability up just a little bit more? What's he need to train in?
Man, in his last fight, he did everything he needed to do. There are always mistakes that you make, and there's always things you can look back on and say, I can improve that. And that's the kind of person he is. He came back right back into the gym. He was like, man, I want to improve this and this and this and this, and that's what we did. We went to the drawing board.
Cool, man. It's going to be a fantastic event. We cannot wait to get out to that. Now, right now, we're going to go to a fight. It's going to be our main event of the night, and it's featured one of the guys that's going to be right there at the Clash of the Titans 1.0 in Johnson City. That's Hands of Stone, Dustin Long. This is a great fight. It's from Primal Thunder at Freedom Hall. Check it out. It's your MMA Inside the Cage main event of the week.
Fighter, are you ready? Fighter, are you ready? Here we go, guys. Fight! Big game, guys. Let fighters know.
59 seconds into the second round via TKO from Tuco on top of Jim, Justin Long.
Advanced Sports Labs is always a great experience. You go in, you get your blood drawn, they take care of all the paperwork for you, they send your results to the commission and to the promoter, so I can just focus on being a professional fighter and getting on the fight.
Advanced Sports Labs. Expedite your blood work today at advancedsportslabs.com.
Well, it's time to close out another episode of MMA Inside the Cage. Before we go, get ready for a big night of fights. That's Saturday, October 8th at the Johnson City Holiday Inn in Johnson City, Tennessee. It's called the Clash of the Titans 1.0, and it's going to be very exciting. Some of the sponsors that Landon wanted to get to: Ron Paul 2012 campaign, Cycle City of Kingsport, Resolution to Johnson City, Polaris of Kingsport, White Construction, Armbruster Dental, Phil Bachman Toyota, Bardo Siding, Miso Teriyaki House, DMS Entertainment, and Mailworks. Some of the sponsors for Blackamania, can't forget about that. You got D-Evil MMA and Fitness, you got Fight Time MMA, New Image Weight Loss and Spa, Miso Teriyaki House once again, Craig's Crown Cuts, one of our sponsors, DMS Entertainment, JCColiseum.com, and VillainPrince.com. What, Casey?
You didn't even say my name. You didn't
Oh, okay. And Team Oxendine of Johnson City. Casey, we have another big show coming up next week. 3 more exciting fights. How can everybody get a hold of us right here at the show?
Well, as always, you can get us at Facebook.com/MMA Inside the Cage. And of course, at Twitter, at Twitter.com/MMA ITC. And you can email us at MMAinsidethecage@gmail.com.
I'm Cyrus Feast.
And I'm Casey Oxendine.
And we'll see you next week inside the cage.